Welcome to DominateDominion number 88. I am one of your casters. I am Silent. With me is...
Way. Some of you may know me, I'm part of Penetration, but today's my first day being with you guys. Great to have you. Now,
Yep.
what do we have today, Silent?
Well, right now we have two teams with us. We have Band of Mercenaries versus Nerds of Missouri. Now, the chat bands have been selected, and I am going to get them down right away and post them on the screen as we go right into the chat being selected.
And the typical OPs are being banned, except this time we see a little different. We have Elise and Fizz banned by Team 2, and we rarely see those get chat banned. Usually it goes for the other god tier OPs that are banned, such as Kha'Zix, Kassadin, and Wukong. But
And Tarek. You can't forget Tarek now.
yes, gems, but he was recently nerfed, and a lot of people are a bit paranoid of playing him.
Yep, that is true. And, alright.
Gem.
Is everyone... Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Is the game ready to go? Let's see if they're ready. And I will put the chat bands in. Alright, they are starting up. And, alright, so now, let's get this game started. And, right off the bat, we had to make sure blockers were up. That's a good thing. And first band comes out is Jayce. Now, Jayce is a really strong pick, both in the top lane and in the bot lane, with that blat of that IE, and I don't know. He's just really strong right now. Darius coming in from the other side, and Darius, he's a great top laner, but I don't know that much about him.
See, Darius is very good in a full ADC comp. I mean, a full melee comp, good counter vs a full melee comp, because he's got very strong, consistent damage, but no gap closer. So when you engage on a Darius, you actually basically do what he can't do, engage. His pull is very strong AoE, and if the melee tries to engage on him, he can get his dots AoE and his Q spam. And if you stick on him too long and you don't wipe him, which normally he'll build tank, he'll start dropping true damage. Talon getting banned out there is a very good assassin.
Okay, and Teemo being banned out now. So Teemo actually is really strong for both providing visions with those shrooms, as well as he is really an annoyance with that blind as well. Lulu, on the other hand, now being banned. Lulu offers a lot to her team. A health ultimate, a knockup, polymorph that's OP, and Blitzcrank being banned. I don't know that much about Blitzcrank, but we do see the Kassadin being locked in for Band of Mercenaries. Now Kassadin, really strong pick. Whew. This is going to be looking like a good game, maybe?
Purple side has already shown their inexperience with Dominion. They've banned out champions that aren't necessarily top priority, and then they pick their own champions that aren't. See, blue team has chosen every
They're going
broken
with all
champion
the
you can
OPs.
think of.
Yeah. On purple team, they're Nerds of Missouri. They do lock in the Annie+Karma, and both are really exceptional picks into the Dominion scene. Annie has a great stun, great lockup, plus an amazing ton of burst. Karma, on the other hand, both great in the bot lane and in the top lane, as well as offers a heck of a lot of burst damage to the team, and also that shield that can save anyone. While on the blue team, they pick up the Zyra and the Wukong, both great at initiation, has that AoE ultimate on both of them. Wukong offers more DAD damage compared to Zyra, who offers a more AoE AP damage.
Now, purple team, either they have a really good plan or they have no respect for the OP champions in Dominion. And we'll have to wait for the next two picks to see what they're really going for. Yes, see, now, I'm not really sure if they understand certain broken champions or the concept of certain mechanics in this map.
summoner block.
But they picked 2 casters into Kassadin.
Oh,
Both were squishy.
man, this is tough actually, managing both. Okay, we gotta figure. Okay, I don't know. I'm really confused. All right, you know what? We'll figure something out. Hopefully. Man, I will fix this when we are loading up into the game, guys. Don't worry. I do apologize. Now, we do have Riven and Zhao being locked in. You talked about it just now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Actually,
You wanna
Riven and Zhao are very good AD bruisers. They provide nice AoE CC and good lockdown. However, they won't be able to get close if there's a Zyra on the other side. She provides lots of CC and zoning. Hopefully, the Annie will be able to engage for them before they can go in, or else they'll take too much unnecessary damage and die before they can deal damage.
Yep. As well as on blue team, now we have the Cassiopeia and the Maokai being locked in. Looking at their composition compared to purple teams, you can tell that blue team is really just looking for a 5 cap with these picks. Cassiopeia offers a whole lot of burst damage at the bot lane, as well as she can work well into the top lane. Maokai, on the other hand, great initiation, great everything.
As most might not know, Zyra's actually better top lane than bot lane. She provides a lot of pressure for top lane siege. As we all know, windmill is a long battle, and you need to provide as much damage, harass, and zone for you to capture it. However, she also works bot, but you lose a lot of her utility on bot lane since it's a 1v2 and most of her damage is AoE.
Yeah, and Malphite now being the final pick as man. Malphite's really great at the top lane or in the bot lane, as well as he can offer a whole lot of CC and knock up to that team, as well as that slow and attack speed slow on his ground slam and that seismic shard movement speed steal. It's gonna be really helpful.
Now, see, picking up the Malphite's actually pretty good. Like I said, if purple team had a good plan to deal with all the OPs that they left open, whether either due to having a really great plan or an inexperience, Malphite makes up for the lack of engage that I was talking about, so that they don't get rooted or harassed down by Zyra before they can get into the fight. With the Malphite ulti and the Annie ulti, they will allow their 2 bruises, Riven and Zhao, enough time to do enough damage. So blue team will have to work really hard on not grouping together, or else they will be wiped.
Alright, and seems like champions are going to be locked in, and I will remove the blockers and put in some new ones as well as we enter the 3-minute delay. So let's remove that, and we're going to put in the new blockers. I do apologize, guys. This is actually my first time casting, as well as Waze, so please bear with us as we try our best. Oh, we have to put the image twice, I'm guessing. Oh my gosh. Alright, pregame. Man, this is really tough.
Alright, now, as you see on purple side, they're neglecting all but Zhao is neglecting revive. Now, see, if you're an experienced Dominion player, you will know how important revive is. Purple team really showing their inexperience in Dominion right now.
Yep. And
They're also running 3 garrison, meaning in order for it to be useful, they will have to either win the top fight to make use of their garrison, or pressure other lanes by ganking.
This is going to be tough to resize. Alright, you know what? We're going to put the pregame up for the blockers because we are going to figure these technical difficulties out. I do apologize, guys. But we are approaching the minute-and-a-half mark, so we're going to talk about some of these picks and what we're going to expect from this game. So, if I can bring up the game, and let's see.
And thank you to Zanba for posting about Revive. The image Imgur link that was posted, photo credit by Gandir, about Revive is slightly outdated because the passive the Mastery passive you used to be able to take that gives you bonus health whenever you revive is now gone. Although the rest of the things are basically the same. So Revive, that's a very good thing to look on. Thank you, Zanbot, and whoever activated him.
Yeah, we are gonna try and resize client as well as whatever we can to get these blockers working because, man, it's gonna be tough to figure out. Should probably came on sooner, but oh well. Can't let me get this can't motivate me. Like, let this demotivate me right now. I just gotta keep going. Alright, so gonna take off the blockers and we'll just talk about the team comps really quick. Now, on the blue side, we got Wukong, Zyra, Kassadin, Cassiopeia, and Maokai. Now, what I'm seeing from this team comp is a whole lot of AoE and pick potential. Compared to purple teams, they have a lot of skirmish fighters, which is gonna be great in those small fights. But it's going to come down to which team can use it to the full potential.
See, I'm glad you noticed the pick potential between the teams. Blue team also brought a CV, meaning they're able to pick off safely. So instead of face checking, they can see the bush that they're about to camp is safe, sit there, and wreck whoever decides to check them. However, there is one thing. Because a lot of champions don't have Revive and actually have Battle Summoners, when Revive is down, they will actually be the stronger team. So blue team will have to use Revive strategically, and usually with Revive, they will definitely win the windmill, but if they cannot hold on to it, they will have a 9-minute summoner cooldown. And let's see how purple team takes advantage of that.
And alright, we are just about a few minutes away from loading into the screen as we do see some skins bringing out, and we will quickly reintroduce ourselves. For me, I am IAmSilent. I did compete in some Dominion tournaments before, and now I am casting for today. Joining me is...
I'm Wei. I'm part of Penetration. This is my first time casting. Nice to have you all.
Yes, so both of us are casting for the first time, so if you would please bear with us. We hope to give you guys a decent quality stream. Hopefully. Would you agree?
We'll grant you gems.
Exactly. Now, looking at these teams, I'm predicting that purple team will have to play their butts off in a way that if purple team is able to win this game, it'll be not only a big shock to all of us, but it'll be a huge confidence booster going into the next round.
Now, we can't turn down on purple team yet. They still have a chance. If they know how to work things out, they might have a chance of winning. But Revive grants you a clear strategic advantage above the other team.
Yep. As well as we can see a lot of Ghost on purple team compared to the Revives on blue team. So, as we're now loading into the game, let us see what the item builds are going to come out for all of them. So we got, if we take a look, we got the pretty classic starts. Karma picking up the Chalice of Harmony first. Not something I would do in a way, if you think about it.
Now, Chalice is very good for long-term fights. However, they're not going to want to do a long fight when the opposing side has a bunch of revives. If they have a long fight, they're going to be fighting basically 10 champions. After they kill the first 5, let's say they do get a clean ace and the opposing purple team has half health each. Now, another wave of 100% HP champions are coming in. If you can win that fight...
I'm just looking around and seeing blue team there running in circles right now. That's pretty funny. Here to the purple team. Purple team, they're really unsure what they're doing right now, but we do have a pickaxe and a longsword start onto Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao probably looking to grab the early Last Whisper, brutalize her onto Riven, so that's pretty standard in my opinion. And the chain vest onto Maokai, and now the games begin, so we're gonna see which teams can win that top lane fight, which is gonna be the toughest fight, I think, for the purple team.
Now, I actually believe that Xin Zhao is trying to rush Tiamat with a pickaxe and longsword. The upgrade cost for it is 665 gold. By the time he goes back, he'll have enough gold for Tiamat.
Yep, so taking a look, and there's going to be a big fight going on. Riven gets focused down now, is taken down, does not have a revive, which is a problem. Exhausts are going off everywhere. Malphite's pretty low. Xin Zhao now being the next focus is now taken out. Double kill onto Wukong after picking up the kill onto Malphite. Karma now running for her life. Snare goes down, locks her up, and that's another kill.
Top got clean aced due to their lack of actual battle spells, most of them utility summoner spells. Even though the opposing side has all revives, it was neglected by the fact that each and every single other top laner has a garrison. Garrison cannot be put to use in a top lane fight unless the point is either owned by someone.
Yeah, and using that garrison down at bot to just slightly stop, but
that is an amateur move, gets picked off.
Not the smart idea to face check a bush without your team, but we have to admit that they are playing against a team that has played once in a while, that actually does play pretty well in Dominion. And now if we take a look at the bot lane, Marasmo now interrupting them. Maokai goes in with the snare, gets a couple of hits. Now, Cassiopeia trying her best to burst Karma down. Karma does go down in the end, couple of auto attacks, and gets the double kill onto Annie.
And here we have the makings of a 5 cap, nearly, because of the lack of revives on the opposing team. When they were cleanly aced, 4 members were able to pressure every other point that wasn't controlled by them yet.
Yep, and now if we take a look at the top, bring in minions, and Storm, and the Relic is now picked up by Wukong. Garrison being used again on their own point, trying to get that instant regeneration for turret regen, but does get taken down. Ooh, Wukong nearly taken down, but the snare coming in for Maokai helps save it. Garrison
really great
comes
by blue
out.
team to capitalize on their level 6 spike. See, at level 6 you get your ultimate, and the opposing team, only the bot laner Annie currently has their level 6 and ulti, although she hasn't trained.
Yeah, and now we're just looking at that 5 cat onto purple team, and I'm starting to feel bad for purple team now. I feel bad. I mean, it's their first time, but well, what a great way to welcome them to Dominion, though. A great knock-up from Zyra, knocks up 2, but does get taken down. Does not pick up the kill onto Riven with that passive. Meanwhile, Xin Zhao is jumping onto Wukong. Wukong, instead of just ignoring all that Xin Zhao does and nearly taking down Karma. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, fight went on and Annie was able to take down Cassiopeia. But we have Maokai on the chase. Tibbers providing some extra shield. It's gonna come down. Oh, he snares Tibbers, but we do see, if we take a look at the top lane, Xin Zhao is trying his best to do whatever he can, maybe do a little back cap or try to neutralize the top point, which would provide some space for...
Now, Silent, if you turn on the KDA, you can see the clear difference between the scores of purple team and blue team.
That's what I'm afraid of to look at right now, but... Ooh. Doesn't look that
They must see
good.
the difference.
Doesn't look that good. Ooh. Kind of...
Xin Zhao gets picked off. That is also an amateur move. You shouldn't be bashing your head against windmill when there are 2 players stationed up top and you have no backup. Now, the Xin Zhao does rush a Last Whisper. However, the game is ending so quickly that the opposing side doesn't even have armor or need to build armor. Last Whisper right now is a detriment to his build.
But if you take a look, a lot of them are still sticking with the Prospectors and the occasional maybe like a Blasting Wand. We do see that BFT coming out for Cassiopeia, but it doesn't seem like we're going to see that BFT in the next 2 minutes. Next
mainly
minute,
because the only
well,
people
30
who has bought
seconds.
has died. The only people who have currently more items than their starting items are the people who either died or bothered and had the time to recall.
Yeah.
We have a 4 cap right now, but within 69 seconds they will fall.
So
Here we have
Wukong,
Gung-Ho.
Wukong with the
dancing.
BM over here. We got some BM going on with that clap from the monkey himself. But it doesn't hurt. Come on, like.
Now, I'm not sure if Gung-Ho knows how to play Dominion, because you're supposed to win the game by taking points to destroy the Nexus. Meanwhile, Gung-Ho is actually trying to extend his shaft to hit the Nexus directly. However, that doesn't work that way because Dominion.
Ooh, a great stun onto Cassiopeia to stop her a bit. Garrison being used at the bot lane, but Garrison wasn't enough. Now, we're coming up to 7-minute mark, and it's a half cap, well, a 5 cap in perspective right now. But yeah, this is really like right now. I feel that like really sick feeling of watching, but that's the game, guys. Wukong with the BM, and I don't know what to say about that game, but
Purple team lost due to their inexperience. Banning phase already showed it. Elise and Fizz ban over Kassadin and Wu, and the lack of revives. Hopefully we'll see them again next week.
yeah, I would like to see them come out next week and hopefully fix some of their mistakes. Now, as we go right into the client, and we will bring up all the things we need to see, and let's take a look at the damage dealt.
Another great
Cassiopeia
part about
at
Blue
8,000
team is they
damage.
capitalized in destroying Purple team before they could hit their level 6 late game spike.
Yeah,
Malphite is close to useless without their ulti, and they're unable to get close without Malphite's ulti.
yeah. So taking a look at damage dealt, Cassiopeia at a whopping 8,600 damage compared to Riven on purple team, which I am very surprised at a Riven's damage at this point. Only 1,900. Ooh. Something a Riven should not have, as like her damage should be way more into the thousands range instead of around here. Now, Graveyard Hero, if we can go there really quick. Oh god. Oh my god. Well, here's why we need to take revive in a way. 86 seconds spent dead onto Karma herself. 57 onto Annie, and everyone else ranging around the 76 and 79 range, compared to blue team with about, I'd say, a little over a minute for their time in the graveyard. But yeah, so that being done, we are gonna move right on to game 2 as soon as we get the invites, and meanwhile, while doing all that, we'll play some music. So tune in and keep up with some Dominion as we move on to round 2.